Stand by.
Streets back. All right.
Hold on real quick. How many days before Ted leaves?
4 days.
What are you gonna miss about Ted?
Oh. Jason, you go first.
Oh! Wow! You could just say roll the open.
Here we go.
Oh.
Let's make it a good day.
Good Tiger. Give it up for Debbie Gibson, everyone.
We do it our own way.
Yes!
I'm gonna start crying and laughing so hard.
I did not do that.
Now, here's Jason.
Hi, everybody. Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. Hello. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good Tuesday audience today. Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you very much, everybody. Welcome to the Jason Show. I'm Jace. Yeah, we are getting down to it. Only 4 more shows under the tutelage of producer Ted. That's it. 4 more, and then he's out of here. He's moving to Colombia to be with his lovely wife. We're very sad, but we're going to celebrate Ted a little bit Thursday. He's on the show today, right, Jeff? He's on the show today. Yeah, that's right. So that's coming up. Also, Justin Sutherland is on the show. Chef Justin Sutherland, my buddy. Are you guys like me? Before I go to bed, and my mom does this, and so I'm my mother's son, I get on the TikTok, and thank you, audience. I get on the TikTok, and you know the damn algorithm knows you. So when you start looking at bear videos, then for the rest of your life, they'll show you nothing but bear videos. So I don't know why, but the algorithm thinks that I want to watch. You ready? Meltdowns at airports and airplanes. So yesterday, I'm not joking, I'm 48. I'm getting ready to be 49 in about 2 weeks, and I should be in bed by 9. I was up till 10:30 watching people on Frontier Airlines lose their mind. Absolutely. One woman crawled from the top of her seat over to the next row to pull the hair of the woman 2 rows up. And I just thought, what happened to the friendly skies? You know, when in the 80s? They're not here anymore. I don't know. But I promise this flight today will have no turbulence. I promise. Leo, let's start the show. Here we go, everybody. No turbulence. I won't pull your hair, I promise. Okay, Tuesday, say hi to Kendall, everybody. Hello.
Hi. Hello.
I'm not kidding, though. I was up till 10:30. My mom was up, too. I saw, you get the indicator when your friends are online, too. My mom was watching other videos. But now TikTok thinks that that's all I want to watch.
And?
Here's my conclusion.
Clearly you do.
People are horrible. Oh, my gosh. People are just... And then I watched one from a poor gate agent who worked for Delta. And she's doing like a testimonial. And she works at the gate. And she looked in the camera on her TikTok and she goes, people, I don't have a magic screen that tells me anything that you don't know. So yelling at the gate agents does you nothing. Because I didn't know this. Your mom worked for the airlines for years. But the gate agent said smartly, she goes, do you think we want you screaming at us? She goes, we want you on the plane. We want you going home because the gate agents can't leave until that airplane is in the air.
Ah.
I didn't know that. I mean, maybe that's just Delta's rule, but she goes, we don't want, so if it's not like the gate, her point was, don't yell at the gate agent. They can't do anything.
The hand of God.
Yeah, I mean,
flight.
She goes, people look at they want to reach over to my screen like I have like the Wizard of Oz is in there and can do something special. So
3 clicks and you're home, Dorothy.
Yeah, exactly. No, it doesn't work like that. Your mom knows. Your mom worked again, Northwest Airlines, right?
Yes, forever and ever and ever. And yeah, there are all kinds of interesting rules in the sky. And she said back in the day, obviously, it was a little different to fly. fly. It was the same price, though, approximately, as it is now. So when you think about that, it's kind of crazy how the only people flying back in the day were people who were working or like really, really, really rich. So people weren't as, I mean, maybe they were well behaved, but they weren't always very nice.
They were really mean.
Yeah,
your mom,
like Lucille Ball.
Lucille Ball was mean.
She was mean to my mama.
Was mean to Sid. Yeah.
Who's mean to Sid?
Lucille
Have you seen
Ball.
her book club? She's sweet as a peach.
She wasn't. Look, that's not your mom. Isn't
No.
the way people said. Just like my guy Johnny Carson. They're brilliant in front of the camera, but he could be a beast. He wasn't friendly. He was very persnickety, and as was Miss Ball.
Yes.
But anyway,
Apparently.
so my point being, be nice to the gate agents. Be nice to the gate agents. Yes. Let's get started, everybody. It's time for the hot dish. Roll it, Leo. Here we go. First up, get out of town. An 80s icon is getting pulled back out of hibernation. Who? Look.
Alf, these big wireless bills are getting ridiculous. I think it's time we joined Mint Mobile's family plan.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold your horses. I'm not sure I'm ready for that kind of commitment, Eric.
With Mint Mobile's family plan, anyone can join a plan for only $15 a month. Even you and me.
Look, don't take this the wrong way, but there's a family of raccoons down the street that have been wooing me.
Yeah, Alf. My dad loved Alf. So here's the deal. Ryan Reynolds, it's called the Maximum Effort Channel. Have you ever heard of that?
It's his thing.
No, okay. The Maximum Effort Channel has acquired the rights to ALF, which, if you don't know, if you're not our age, is short for Alien Life Form. They're going to create new sponsored segments that will be played during commercial breaks for the old episodes. And get it? I don't know. The show will be available on Fubo, Freevee, Amazon. What happened to like when they just had 3 letters for networks? You know what I mean? ABC, UPN, that frog network, the WB. Anyway, and Tubi, which is Tubi, which is owned by our parent company Fox. Yeah, I love it. Not Tubby.
No.
The one network I get wrong is the one owned by our company. Yeah.
Every time.
Watch Tubby, everybody. Yeah.
But sign up for Fox Local.
That's right. Find out. Oh, wow. You want a quarter today, don't you?
I do. I want a quarter
We're
in my cup.
publicizing all the Fox properties. Among Alf's first clients, Mint Mobile and the Ring doorbell. Yeah. I don't understand. I just read this and I don't understand it. It's like a sponsored. It's just Alf commercials, basically.
Basically, Alf commercials within the Alf show.
Old Alf show.
Yes.
Why doesn't Ryan Reynolds, if he owns the right, why don't you just bring Alf back?
Because who wants it?
No, I mean like on a show.
But nobody
like do
wants
new episodes.
That. Nobody
What?
wants that.
Everyone, no. People, I know that you don't. I like my generation, like put it on CBS. You know what I mean? That's the way. Put it.
He's kind of scary looking though. Can we get like a cuter alien life form?
Alf? No, he's a cute alien.
He's got like a weird rock nose.
Yeah, no. My dad had an Alf stuffed animal. He was huge.
I want Baby Yoda. I don't want that.
Next in the dish. Baby Yoda's already on TV.
Well, give me more.
David Letterman is in our neck of the woods. This past weekend, his race cars competed at the Hy-Vee Homefront 250 in Iowa. And because of the title sponsor, Dave headed back, because he started, one of his first jobs was bagging groceries at a grocery store in Indianapolis. So he went back to his roots. He worked the aisles at a Hy-Vee. Look at this.
Here, can you get this for me? Just be a dear and tie that up. I'll do that for you, Captain. Ow! He's hurting. All right, you ever worked in the aisles, canned goods, straightening canned goods? You know anything about that, Elise?
I know a little bit.
Rocket Man, what about you?
A little bit, Captain.
How's it going, Elise?
Good. How's it looking?
Well, let's see here. Let's just look at this. Look at you can open soup here. Whoa!
Oh,
Minestrone. Wow.
What is it?
That's good. You want some?
Sure.
Go crazy. You know, they have one of these in Las Vegas. And at the end of September, U2 is going to be performing in one of these in Las Vegas. You want it just like this. Today and today only, celery. For Hy-Vee shoppers, absolutely free. Help yourself to the celery. We
Oh, God, Dave. Oh, I miss you. As for Dave's cars, because he owns a racing team, they didn't win. They didn't win. Yeah. It's perfect. Dave loves his cars. Being from Indianapolis, it's kind of in your blood. His racers have performed in Indy at the Indy 500, but that's great. He's great on live remotes. That's when Letterman show was at its best, is when they would send Dave out. Yeah, working at McDonald's, taking Zsa Zsa Gabor to Taco Bell in a convertible. Nothing better. Nothing better.
It was good. I liked at the very end when we just saw the very beginning of it when he's like, I would eat food off the floor here. He
it's so
literally
clean.
picks it up off the floor and eats it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird.
Hy-Vees are very clean.
Very clean.
Yeah, very, very clean.
Free celery.
Have you ever worked in a grocery store?
No, but I used to go behind the counter of the old grocery store at my hometown. It was called Buchanan Grocery. It's still called Buchanan Grocery. And I would be the butcher for the day. It was really fun. I don't know who let me have those knives, but it was so fun.
I have questions. I have questions. There was she was cutting meat at 7.
It was fun.
Okay. Hope they don't sue you. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Back in a moment, everybody. Oh, God. Welcome back. I'm glad you could be here.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing your job. Welcome back. Things are getting serious, my friends, on The Bachelorette. Very serious. Next week, hometown dates, and Charity, that's the Bachelorette, must make some very hard decisions. And that included the return of the 2-on-1 date. But when Charity didn't hand out a rose, one of the guys took that very personally. Look.
I wanted to bring you back home feeling incredibly good about where you stand in this. Because it means so much to me to bring someone home to my family. Only one girl in my entire life has met. So I would have gotten on a plane, flew to New York, and brought you back to my family tomorrow. That's how good I felt to still not get the rose. It's tough, and I need an answer. That's why I'm coming. I just want to make sure you're aware, because the reason why I'm telling you all this, the reason why I'm here, the reason why I feel so passionate about this, and the reason why we've had this conversation tonight is because I'm totally in the process of falling in love with you, and that's why that rose meant so much to me.
Thank you. Honestly, you.
No, audience, you don't have to clap. Save it, save it. Is he old enough to be there? Anyway. Not quite the validation he was looking for. Seconds later, she sent him home. Right after that clip. So who will make it to the coveted hometown dates? And is Charity done breaking hearts? I never thought I was going to have to say this, but ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the final edition of America Loves Ted. That's right. And the poll results are in. 93% of America loves Ted. That's right. Wow. Joining us from the control room for the last time is our producer, Ted Johnson. Hi, Ted.
Hello, good morning. I gotta say, I'm shocked that she sent him home after that sales job. I mean, he said, I'm kind of sort of in the process of starting to fall in love with you.
The studio audience and I are wondering, is he even old enough to vote?
No.
I mean, no.
No.
Okay. First off, perfect. I love that this is how we're going to start your final Bachelorette segment. You have some beef with its network, ABC. Go ahead, take ABC apart.
For the last 6-7 years, I come on here and I talk about the show, and the show every Monday night is predictable. I'm a routine guy. 7 o'clock from 7 to 9. Well, this year they decided to change it from 8 to 10 and put Claim to Fame from 7 to 8. So yesterday, I take my nap, I do some things around the house, And around 7:55, I'm like, oh, let me go see who gets eliminated on Claim to Fame. Turns out the Bachelorette got moved up to the 7 to 9 block.
Oh, so you missed it.
I missed the first half of the show.
Yeah. Okay, your front runner, Doughton? Doughton got a one-on-one. How did he do?
So they're in New Orleans this week, and I guess she took him running, which obviously, you know, we would love that kind of a date.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, look, he's the only one. He's the only one who I actually know what his name is. So I'm thinking he's probably gonna win.
He's a good-looking guy too.
Yeah, he is.
I'd pick him.
Yeah.
I'll pick him.
Yep.
Anyway, okay, now because of your and as you can see, the studio audience felt horrible for you. Because of that unfortunate unscheduling drama, you missed the one-on-one, but ABC redeemed themselves. Now, Ted, because I would be careful busting on ABC, you're going to need another job at some point. I would be careful busting on networks.
Yeah, so here's the thing, like, the 2-on-1 date is like, you know, the epic clash, and there's always so much drama. People have been left in the middle of islands. They've been left on a bed in the desert. Okay, this is a top 5 ABC redeemed themselves moment. So I was angry at ABC, and then they redeemed themselves. So at the very end of the show, in the closing credits, they showed the behind the scenes. Because remember, on the 2-on-1 date, one stays, one goes. And when one goes, they bring in the security guard to take away the suitcase. Well, last night, they had the security guard on standby. Take a look.
As difficult as it is, this rose not only symbolizes where I feel like I'm at with our connection, it symbolizes the importance of what next week holds. I realized tonight showed me so much. With that being said, I feel like the best decision for me in this moment is to not hand out a rose tonight.
Charity did not hand out a rose to either of the men, so do not pull the luggage. I repeat, do not pull the luggage.
Ted, that's going to be Fox Security on Friday with you.
He's like,
that was ridiculous, Ted.
do not pull the luggage. I repeat, do not pull the luggage.
The rose ceremony was a little different.
Yeah, so you know, rose ceremonies, they get them all dressed up and, you know, they line them up and everything. Well, we were down to 3 guys and 2 roses, and so they just did sort of the casual rose ceremony. So she's sort of going through them, and she's like, okay, who wants to be here, and blah, blah, blah. So she chose one guy first, not that guy, and then, so he got the rose. And then on the next one, she was really debating. She was really debating hard over who to choose. And then she chose the guy in the yellow shirt. So, Leo, go to the next video, because obviously this was a hard decision. And she didn't know exactly, like, she wasn't all the way there. But then she gives the guy the rose, and, like, they proceed to do, like, this intense making out. And I'm like, wait, so if this was a really hard decision, wouldn't it be like less of a makeout? But yeah.
Wow. Oh.
Yeah, and then they keep like going back to the makeout.
I don't know if we can show that at 10 a.m., Ted.
Yeah. That.
Okay. Now I'm supposed to ask you another question, but I'm going to spend 15 seconds here saying, now we're not saying goodbye to Friday, but for this particular segment, you know that I hate The Bachelorette, and half the audience hates The Bachelorette. But over the last 6 years, you've managed to make this abomination of programming entertaining, joyful, and damn funny, and I appreciate you.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. Yeah. By the way, are you still hungover from your goodbye party?
No, I woke up this morning and I think I feel good.
Okay, good. Thank you. Ted Johnson, everybody. There he is. Next in the dish, The Rock is showing his support for the striking actors with the biggest donation to the union ever. According to a rep from the SAG-AFTRA Foundation, Dwayne The Rock Johnson has donated a 7-figure amount. Now, they didn't say exactly how much, but girl, 7 figures. Variety says it's believed the sum will likely help between 7,000 and 10,000 members through the union's emergency financial assistance program. Recently, the head of the union sent a letter to its highest earners detailing a need for financial assistance. And because he's a good guy, of course, The Rock steps up first. Bravo to him.
Bravo.
Now, I hope not everyone can do that, but I hope other A-listers like Leonardo, Julia, Mr. Hanks, I hope they all do something like that. Either show up on the line or you have the financial means. Do that if you can.
And the people who are in charge of that said that they gave around $1,500 per person for union members, because a lot of them, like we've talked about before, make less than $30,000 a year.
Yes.
So they did that during the pandemic. They said this time around it might be up to about $6,000 a person because they're going to be losing so much money.
Absolutely.
So you can imagine that's a lot of money.
Come on, Leo, get up in there.
Yeah.
Next in the dish, Doja Cat has had it with her own fans, and she's telling them to take a hike. Apparently, the singer doesn't need money because she doesn't appreciate it when people call her by her real name. And some fans have changed their social media screen, their screen names to her real name. On Twitter, she said if they continue to do that, they need to delete their account. She also has a problem with fans calling themselves kittens. That's the name she's called her fans over the years. She said if you call yourself a kitten, you need to get off your phone, get a job, and help your parents with the house. Now, Doja Cat has since deleted these lovely tweets. Yeah. It's not a good month for singers and their fans. You had Miranda Lambert yelling at the selfie women, and then now you have Doja Cat yelling at fans for calling themselves kittens.
Kittens.
What's wrong with, now I had my stance on the selfies, because my take was, and I don't care about Miranda Lambert, I'm not a fan. My take was, I didn't care about her. I cared if those women taking the stand-up selfies were bothering the people around her. Because if they're paying $700, so is everyone else around them. That was why I said what I said. But the Doja Cat thing, who cares what your fans call them? You're lucky they're fans.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't care if mine were called turtles. You know what I mean? Call yourself any animal you want.
Call yourselves the turtles.
Whatever. If you watch this show, I'm grateful. Call yourself an ant, possum. I don't care.
I know. This is coming from the woman whose name is Doja Cat and dressed up on the red carpet like a cat. And she purrs in interviews.
She purrs in interviews.
I don't understand. What are you, puppies? No.
I'm just kind of hoping Justin purs in a little bit. Sutherland, yeah, he will, yeah.
You up for that?
Justin Sutherland and more when we return. Stay with us, everybody. Restaurateur, TV star, he does it all. Chef Justin Sutherland is live in our studio to talk about all of his new projects, including new restaurants, a book, TV. Again, he does it all. And he'll be here to talk all about it when we return. Welcome back. Welcome back. Our guest today is a wildly popular chef and culinary host who was just nominated for a Daytime Emmy thanks to his show, Taste the Culture. Look.
One of the most important aspects of our food story today is that of sustainable agriculture. And one of the most underrepresented storylines is that of the black farmers who make it happen. Today, I'm going to hang out with Warren and Keisha, a black farming family that is not only reclaiming their history through their work, but empowering their community through education. This is Taste the Culture.
Look at TV host. The show airs on True TV and TNT. Give it up for my friend, the one and only Chef Justin Sutherland, everyone. hosting a show?
Trying to grow up and be like you.
I'm telling ya. Okay.
I wouldn't spoil the Bachelorette for people on my show.
Shade to Ted on his last week. I love it. I know, right? We didn't give a spoiler warning. Let me ask you, I want to talk specifics about the show, but let me give you a broad question here. I know how busy you are. We were literally just talking about your travel. You get a lot of offers, or a lot of people that go, ooh, Justin, let's put your name on this, or hey, Justin, I want you to do a restaurant. Hey, Justin, I want you to do a show. What do you look for in a project, broadly speaking?
How stressful is it going to be, and where we can fit it in? Definitely have to be, very choosy now, and kind of learn that as more gets brought up, that it's important to, pick. Can't do it all.
You can't do it. Okay, that leads me to, did you have a point where you said to yourself, I need to let some air out of the tire?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you let air out of the tire?
Absolutely.
Tell me, now this show fits into your schedule. How did this come to be?
Yeah, it was actually my first chance to kind of create my own show. I was the executive producer and host for it, and True TV came after we did Fast Foodies.
Yeah.
And they said, what kind of show do you want to make? And I said, I want to travel and do a travel show, and I want to celebrate, untold stories, especially of BIPOC-owned restaurants and female-owned restaurants, and just a lot in the food space.
May I say, knowing something about production, Justin, it's a beautiful show. Bravo to you. It's a beautifully shot show. I love a good food show. It's so well done. So bravo on the behind the scenes. What is harder about, you're a master of the kitchen. You're a master of being on a panel. You've done that. But what was the biggest challenge for you hosting? What surprised you?
Honestly, I loved hosting.
Did you?
And especially with this show. Like I told them, I didn't really want to know much about the stories before I went into it, because I was actively learning, their stories while it happened. So
You like it?
I like it.
Do you want to do more of it?
Absolutely.
I think because you're really good at it, and you got an Emmy. You got an Emmy nomination. Congratulations.
Thank you.
More than we have. I'm just saying. Just saying. No, but you're competing up against Guy, Ina, Emerald, and Andrew a guy named Andrew Zimmern. I don't know him. We know Andrew. Nice company, though, my friend.
It was, it's an impressive list, and I was surprised. So it's cool to be on that list.
Anybody give you any advice?
Not really.
No? Look at you. I love you.
I love you.
It has been, speaking of loving you, for people that know the story, it's been, about a year and a month since the accident?
Yep.
How's everything going? Status check.
Honestly, really well. I can't complain, all things considered, with how bad it could have went. Feeling pretty good.
You're feeling pretty good health-wise? Okay, good. Because, again, if you don't know, we're not going to relive it, but Google Justin, you'll see it. It was, can you believe it's been a year?
It's weird. It feels like it's been 5 years and also like a month. Like I can't.
I feel like it's been 5 years because I felt like, maybe you went through it, obviously. I felt you had a pretty great recovery. Is that fair to say?
Yes. The doctors at Regions, they were incredible. The way she put this back together, I'm still blown away. So feeling pretty good.
Yeah, you're still very good looking, Justin. You're still very good looking. Okay, you were on Top Chef. It was just announced that Top Chef is going to be in Wisconsin.
I know.
Right?
Come on.
Right?
Yes. Wild.
Why? Why not Minnesota, Top Chef?
I know. It's pretty crazy.
I've asked, speaking of that, I've asked Andrew this when Andrew's been on. Are you finding over the last, let me give you a time span, 5 years. Are you finding in I'll call them the fancy restaurant or food industry, the influencers, are you finding more respect for our food scene here in Minneapolis?
Absolutely, and especially the more that I travel and eat other places, I realize how great our food community is.
People talk, because we're stupid, I hate the saying of we're flyover country, Austin and Chicago and Philly has it feels like between you and Ann and Gavin and Andrew, we should be a scene.
Absolutely. The people who know, but I still don't think people in New York could find Minnesota on maps yet. So.
Now, a little bit later, Justin's going to be cooking. Now, out of all the stuff that you do, what brings you the most personal joy, are you finding? Because now your hand is in so many pots, so to speak.
I mean, I love the hosting of the shows and being able to kind of do my own thing and not have, constraints and be able to kind of choose my own path now.
Is it good to, do you get a certain joy? Because I know when we have folks on here, whether it's a new product, I said, someone recently asked what my favorite part of doing the show is, and that answer has always changed. And I said, now it's when I recommend a product and people go out and support, especially when a small business. How does it feel to know that your show is shining a light on great restaurateurs around the country? What does that feel like for you?
It feels great. That was the whole intention. So I'm glad that people picked up on that. I'm glad we got to tell some stories and that other people got seen. So
yeah,
it feels pretty good.
More with Justin when we come back. Now, besides the TV show, Justin has several new restaurants. That's right, several, plural, restaurants. We're going to chat about those when we come back. Back in a moment. Plural. Welcome back. Welcome back. With my buddy, chef, TV host, author, he does everything, Justin Sutherland. Okay, on that vein, restaurants, plural. Let me start with one. You're opening a new restaurant in St. Paul. We're going to be cooking from some sandwiches from there. Tell the folks about Big E.
Yeah, Big E's all celebrating the egg sandwich, and it's kind of a mesh of music and egg sandwiches. So, all the sandwiches I've named after some of my favorite songs and artists, and really just, it's not a breakfast spot. We just put an egg on everything.
Breakfast sandwiches are having a moment, don't you think?
They are.
Yeah, because there's a place called, I don't want to say the name because I will get emails, but there's a place in Vegas and in California. It's called Egg.
Yeah.
That has lines out the door. What is it about? I know a little something about breakfast, a little something about it. Breakfast is just pretty universal, isn't it? It's not that the success of restaurants is easy, but it's easy. It's a good touchstone for people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't love an egg sandwich?
Exactly. Okay, now, so we have Big E. Keep a piece of paper because you're going to need it. And you've opened 3 Northern Soul spots, uptown northern Minnesota and soon to be in the airport. Tell the folks about this concept.
Yeah, Northern Soul, it's a concept with multiple iterations. So at the airport, we're doing Northern Soul fried chicken. Up north at Grandview Lodge, we have Northern Soul Smokehouse, which is more focused on barbecue. And then in uptown, it's kind of just the Northern Soul kitchen that's more just Southern food in general. So
Where are you going to be at the airport?
Where the old Smack Shack was in the main mall.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so if you're flying through, you're watching us in Seattle, Chicago, you're flying through, stop at the main mall and go to there. And then a cookbook conveniently called Northern Soul, right there. Selling you were on before talking about the creation of the book, but I want to ask you again, how long did that take to do?
Almost 3 years. I mean, it's not.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
It's wild. I mean, you think you have all these recipes and you're like, just slap it together, but there's all the writing and making sure it's cohesive. It's a long process.
Is there, I can kind of judge by the title, is there a cohesive thread that runs through that book? Like our buddy Stephanie Hansen did Cabin Cookbook. What's the through line running through the book?
It's just celebrating, soul food, but I'm from Minnesota, so with our northern spin on it. And I just really wanted it to be an accessible, easy book that anybody could go to the store, grab all the ingredients and cook out of it.
Do you like doing the book signings?
Yeah, the wrist gets a little tired, but.
And then, now tell the folks you're preparing for a Smokeout Bash in September. What's that?
Yeah, this will be our 5th year with Minneapolis St. Paul Magazine. We do our Smokeout Fest, 15 to 20 restaurants, smokers come out, beer garden, live music. It'll be at Keg and Case this year, September 17th.
Are you surprised? I've known you for several years. What would you, if you could go back, let's go back 6 years. If you could go back 6 years, professional-wise, what would you tell Justin 6 years ago that you wish that you could? If you could go in the time machine, what would you tell him?
I would probably said no to a couple things.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
Go ahead and list them right now, Justin. Go ahead. Sure would be good to go viral today.
Yeah. Oh, I'm great at that.
No, you've never been viral, Justin. Never, ever. But no, because that kind of goes, we're ending how we began. Did you find in the beginning that because the excitement of if someone approaches you with something, you're like, oh my God, I want to do it. Have you learned to say no easier?
Absolutely. You have to. Not all yeses are good yeses, and sometimes the no's are more important.
Don't you think it's hard for people to do though? It's in general. People have a really hard time putting up boundaries.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, and I think that's, I mean, you can't be successful unless you set your own personal boundaries and take care of yourself. So.
And now look at you. Northern Soul is available now, the cookbook. Like I said, if you're flying through MSP, stop. When's the restaurant opening?
We're shooting for August 15th, so pretty soon.
Oh, nice. Oh, okay. Well, wait a couple weeks and then go to the airport. Yeah. Now, as I said a little bit ago, I mean, Justin's here. We're not going to have Justin here without cooking, so we're going to be cooking when we come back. Stay with us. Back in a moment, everybody. Okay. Woo! Welcome back. Welcome back. As I mentioned, Chef Justin Sutherland has a new restaurant in St. Paul, so you got to come visit, called Big E Sandwiches. We're going to cook from it. But looking at this book while you're preparing, though, let me the kind of dedications in the back here. Rachel Ray, Andrew, Guy Fieri. Out of all the chefs that you've met, the big, like you, fancy ones, who do you have I want to know this personally. Who do you just have like the friendliest connection with, for whatever reason?
You know, me and Guy have become really good friends lately. I do a lot of work with him, but it's, I mean, everybody on that book has, you know, has been special in my life, and we've been pretty good friends. So
Joel McHale. I love Joel.
He's hilarious.
Oh my God. Okay, let's cook. What are we making from Big E?
We are gonna make her name is Yoshime sandwich.
Can you explain the names? Because the names, Jeff and I were loving them this morning.
Yeah, I mean, it's all, you know, you got the list right there. And it's my favorite music songs, music titles, lyrics, and I just, you know, there's such a connection between music and food.
This is so good, and I love a good tray mat. Yeah, A Day at the Races, Queen, Prince and Revolution, Elton, The Flaming Lips, The Notorious B.I.G., Pink Floyd. I'm loving it. Okay, so which one are we doing?
Yeah, so this is a Japanese-inspired sandwich. Her name is Yoshime, one of my favorite Flaming Lips songs. And it's kind of a recreation of an egg dish my grandma used to make with scallions and bean sprouts and eggs. So we take a little sesame oil.
Okay.
And we're going to add in some bean sprouts. A little bit of green onion. We cook that down.
Is this one of your, have you had a lot of, this has to be one of your most fun concepts.
Absolutely. It's definitely the one I've had the most fun with. A good portion of lump crab meat.
Now they're like, ooh, can we have some?
Right?
Yes.
Right?
I know, yeah.
We're gonna hit that with a little bit of lemon juice, some soy sauce.
Lump crab in a breakfast sandwich. Justin.
Well, you know, Jason, everybody was trying to drag me from expensive egg sandwiches instead of putting $20 of crab meat on it.
Okay, how much would this bad boy cost me then?
About $17.
See?
Not too
That's
bad.
a value. He's putting $20 of crab meat on there.
So we let that cook down. For this, we do our scrambled eggs in like a souffled bake, so it's going to be really nice and fluffy. So we'll just warm that up in a little bit of sesame oil.
Because this is what I love. Correct me if I'm wrong, Justin. Yes, it's $17, but that damn thing will fill you up.
Absolutely.
I mean, look at this thing. It's the size of a 7th grader. I mean, you eat this. You don't need a hash browns. You don't need it. This is a meal right here. For 7, that's good.
Yes, that's two of our others. So this one's kind of like a
yeah, which one's that?
That is the Cream Wu-Tang song, but that's kind of like your bagel and lox. So we do everything bagel seasoning on top of these beautiful buns we get from Rose Street Patisserie. Smoked salmon, hard-boiled egg, dill, caper aioli.
Because don't you think, again, know something about breakfast, it's really important, that bread, it's like whether it's a burger or a breakfast sandwich, it starts with the bread.
100%. And so we're making these Japanese milk buns that they're making custom for us at Rose Street. They get nice and crispy. They're super pillowy. It is one of the best buns ever.
And if you're watching us from around the country, Rose Street is just legendary here. They are so, you look at their stuff and you start crying like a child. Yeah, it's like, it's so good.
So here we have a miso aioli we put on top. And then we're gonna pile all of this.
Oh, audience, crab. I'm so sorry that I get to eat this. And and he only brought one. I'm very sorry. I know. Oh, Justin, that looks so good.
We finish that off with some pickled daikon. That's gonna give it a very traditional Japanese ingredient, gonna give it some sweetness, some acidity.
How long does it take you, like for this one, how long does it take you to develop the menu?
This one was a lot of fun. I mean, I just literally sat and thought of every ingredient I could mix with eggs and came up with cool song names. So this is probably the most fun project, coming up with the dishes and naming them.
Kendall, are you allowed to eat this? I don't know with the baby. I don't know what I mean.
You want me to eat it? You're not
I do.
gonna eat
I
it?
want you to. Yeah. I mean, you're pregnant for heaven's sake. I want to be nice to you. I want you to. Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah.
Can I just hand it over?
Okay. I love how you don't stand in front of the guests. Come over here.
Sorry, Justin.
My goodness.
Sorry.
Over
Hi.
here. Okay,
Hi.
now.
Hi.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. No, I want to take care of you. I don't want you just eating Cheez-Its.
No, you don't want to get in trouble with the bosses when this comes down my face later.
That's right.
No,
go ahead. Please enjoy.
Hello, everyone.
No, I just want you to.
Oh my God, it's really good.
No, see, no, that's
It's all over me, and I'm just going to take it with me.
As you should.
Yeah, well, okay, go ahead, fine. That's fine.
Thanks,
I mean,
Justin.
save me like one bite.
No.
Will you please? Did you point? What was this other one?
That one's the Rocket Man, Elton John. That's our burger. So it has a curry, ketchup, bread and butter pickles, caramelized onions, smoked cheddar, big burger patty, sunny side up egg.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I'll take that one.
That's all
because
you.
I'm never. Let me tell you a truth. We'll never see that sandwich again. That one, Kendall is already at her desk and it's already gone. Give it up, everybody, for Chef Justin Sutherland. So, to learn more about Big E sandwiches, Kendall's back and this. Oh, there's the sandwich. Okay. Head to eatbiggie.com to learn more and look for his Northern Soul restaurants as well. And pick up a copy of Justin's Northern Soul cookbook. He'll be calling bingo as well at the VF. I'm just joking. We'll be right back. Back in a moment, everybody. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Oh, my God. Welcome back to Lunchtime with Kendall. That's right.
I had to put it on my lap so no one
really
would
quick,
take it.
that sandwich, I took a bite of it in the break. So good. And then I went over and took a bite of the burger, and that was good. And then in the next break, I'm going to take a bite of the other one. So I'll let you know.
Yeah.
No, it's all really good. I love that, man. It's time for the world's shortest segment. He's one of the biggest music stars of the planet, but even Ed Sheeran enjoys some karaoke. Look. That is Ed surprising fans at Santa's Pub in Nashville this past weekend by singing along to Yep, the Backstreet Boys, I Want It That Away. Ed said he used to frequent the bar when he lived in Nashville. Kendall's gonna eat, and we'll be right back. Back in a moment, everyone.
Bye.
Okay. So in that commercial break, Justin's over there getting his stuff, cleaning up, and right there he was, right there, yeah. That's why I love live television. Anyway, so Kendall's finishing up her breakfast, her crab, and then Justin's getting ready to pack up, and Justin says in his, in a very quiet voice, he goes, "Hey Jace, see, give this away to somebody." Meaning his cookbook. He didn't even get the word "give
All the
this
way out.
away," and the front row went, "Me!" Sorry, none of y'all had a chance. She was on it, and I'm happy. Time for the surprise goodbye. Roll it, Leo. Here we go. Okay, we don't know what's in this segment until now. Crazy video off the coast of Long Island. Look at this. A photographer using a drone captured a shark making its way through a school of fish. You can see the fish move as the shark swims around. The video was taken near the coast of Southampton. It comes after 5 swimmers were bitten in just 2 days earlier this month. Nope. And now Justin just signed row 1's book. There we go. As he should, because he's a good guy. Tomorrow, see what happens when the Jason Show team learns how to take care of a newborn baby. Kendall signed us up for parenting class. Go out there and be yourself, because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Bye, everyone. Oh, God.